Hello, Soldier Boy here. So this week's Daily Race A, you have a choice of 3 cars. And having not used these cars before, because they're N100 cards, so a little bit slower than normal, I thought, let's have a little try one race of each car, and then we'll do a final race with the car we think is the best one to use. So the first car we used is the Demio XD Touring car, and the fastest lap I could manage in the time before the race started was a 1:39.081. The best times in the world are a 1:35.4 to a 1:36.1. So I'm within my 3 seconds. I aim for 5, but I'm within 3. So here we go. Didn't get the best start. Too busy trying to change settings and stuff, so didn't get the best of start. We're starting in 9th. A little caveat to this: don't expect fast white knuckle racing. These cars aren't particularly quick. And that's the first thing. We're braking for the first, brake very early. We had nowhere to go in front of us. We've touched 7 as well on the exit. Bit of a racing incident there, nothing we could have done. So now we'll drop down to 10th, so we've lost a place already. Yeah, these aren't the most exciting races, but we've got to try and do what races we can, and this is the one this week. So taking the bend, we've taken 9th back from the car that went off into the grass. We've hit the car in 8th as we've approached the corner. He braked a lot more than I did. I'm losing some safety rating there. Poor driving on my part. The car next to us with a 3-second penalty, so it doesn't matter if he goes ahead of us. The car itself, the Demio, yeah, it's okay. It's not quick. It's not particularly fantastic on corners. It's not got brilliant acceleration. It's okay. There's not much else I can tell you about the car, to be honest. Braking for the last. 9th has gone ahead of us. He took more speed in. We've got another car on the inside there. Not really given any room to go on the track there. But there we go. So the car in 9th is going to take its penalty. We're going to stay in 11th currently, but we should take 10th back due to the speed. And there we are, up to 10th. So we're placed down on where we started. So not the best of starts. Braking for the first. We're going to take the inside. We had a bit more speed than he did on the inside. Okay, probably a rough move on my part. I wouldn't say the best overtake in the world. But we did have more speed than him going into the corner. So we're now chasing down 8th, back into 9th from where we started. And just trying to chase the cars down. There isn't a massive amount you can do to make up time on this track, I found. And I found this previously with other slower races around this track. You've got to. Slipstream doesn't really do anything. The cars I don't think go fast enough to generate much slipstream, so you don't really gain from that. It's all about the right lines to the corners. I think that's the only real way to catch the cars ahead. It's the corners that make all the difference on this track. And trying to keep as much speed in the corner as possible. 8th has gone a little bit deep. We're keeping it really tight. I hadn't figured out if keeping it tight or going wide was the best line for that corner. But we're still in 9th. Starting lap 3. I said these wouldn't be the most exciting races. So we're heading for the first corner. We've got a little bit of a gap to the car behind. Not massive, but it's there at least. Went a little bit deep into the corner, missed the braking point onto the gravel, so we're going to lose some time here. The car behind us looked like he went on the gravel as well, so that's not too bad. But we've lost touch with the car in 8th now. So it's now just about trying to maintain position, I think, more than anything else. And it was our own mistake, going too deep into the corner. You've got to get that first corner correct. You've got to try and take as much speed into it as possible, but not too much to hit the gravel. If you hit the gravel, you're dropping positions. Normally. The car behind me did the same mistake, so kind of got lucky really there. We're still trying to chase the group ahead, but they've now got a big gap. I'm just trying to hold off the cars ahead of behind us. We've got to try and make sure we're clean. I find doing these videos, I say clean and consistent quite a bit, but then that is what racing is all about: consistency and clean driving. Tight again to the inside. Car ahead has got a penalty. Whether that's enough on the final lap to help us, I don't know at this point, as we approach the start of the final lap. Car is on her tail behind us, so we've got to get the first corner right if we're going to maintain position. We're going to go for the inside. Bit of a defensive move. He's followed us though. Captain Helder is on her tail, and then he gives us a bit of a touch, which sends us back into the gravel. So he's going to take the position. We're also going to lose another position. That's all because of Captain Helder, that one. Hitting us into the first corner didn't do us any favours there. So we're now back in 12th, last place. All because of that touch that pushed us onto the gravel. And I wasn't even on the racing line. I went for the defensive line. So there was no reason for that at all. But that's how some people take positions, I suppose. So we're chasing down 11th now. Let's see if we can not finish last. The German seems a little bit all over the place, so that does give me some hope at this point. We're going to gain whatever little slipstream we get from him. We're going to gain that at this point. So we've got to have a really good corner here. We've got to try and take more speed in the corner. It's the only real way, I think, of getting past him. You're not going to gain much on the short straight before the finish line. He's gone a lot wider into the corner, a lot deeper. So this gives me hope now. We can take him. We're going to go on the inside, and he's just going to move across. And he's going to keep moving across to knock us back, so we don't get past him. You know, it's a battle for last. I just think that was out of order of him. I don't think that was a respectful way of driving, personally. But that cost us 11th place, which wasn't brilliant anyway. They expected to finish 12th, we finished 12th. Yeah, not the best race. But we're going to move on to the next car. So we went for the Fit Hybrid. So this car tops a lot of the standings. It has a energy deployment system which automatically deploys. I improved my time to 138.699, so 400th of a second better than the Demio. I felt I could go faster, to be honest. A better start, bogged down on the line though a little bit, but we're going to gain 9th straight away there from a 10th place start. We have got a car on our inside though, coming up to the corner. But you can notice a difference in speed straight away with this car. This car is a lot quicker. We're going to have cars sit on the corner and we're going to hit them, so it's going to knock us straight back to last. So not the best. I braked where I normally would brake for the corner, but other cars just braked harder on the corner. So yeah, dropping us back to last, which isn't the best. A lot of pushing and shoving going ahead of us though. There's a car gone off. He's going to get a penalty. We're going to keep tight now around here. And then we're going to get... I've had to completely slam on just to avoid major contact with the car there as he just barged his way through. We're going to have a bit more speed than the car next to us, so we're going to gain 10th. So we're back to a starting position, but the Spanish guy is going to try and take us again from the inside. We're going to hold it nicely though. And we're going to maintain 10th. So back to where we started, towards the end of the first lap. Braking for the corner. 9th has got a penalty. Not as tight as we normally would. Got a little touch from behind as well there. but we're doing okay. 9th is going to take his penalty, so we'll gain that position hopefully as well. But 11th is coming back fast. The Spanish guy I think he got a better run out of the corner than us. So I'm going to drop down to 10th as the Spanish guy goes past us. It's all going to be on this first corner. This could get messy if we're not careful. Trying to hold the racing line, going to the inside under braking, and he slams into the car ahead of him, which I then go into the back of. Yeah, I don't believe that was my fault. I believe the car in front, it was probably his fault if anything, but we're going to gain some positions there, so up to 6th, so not too shabby. You see the auto deployment system still working there, so it is giving us a boost. The only thing I found with the boost, it's roughly good enough for 2 laps. You don't brake hard enough. When you brake, you gain it back, but you don't really brake enough during the lap to really get anything back. So it's probably good for about 2 laps and then it's depleted, maybe 2 and a bit. So you can't rely on that, but it does give you a massive boost. And if you're doing qualifying before the race, first 2 laps, it will help. But after 2 laps, you might as well restart and do another 2, because you will not get enough energy back into the system to make the boost. So, yeah, if you're trying to practice qualifying, 2 laps, restart, do another 2. If you're trying to get your fastest times. But we're going to finish lap 2 in 6th place, so a gain of 4 positions, so not too bad. We are chasing down 5th. See the car behind us, he's close, he's on a tail, we can see him just in the radar there. We're going to brake for the corner. Little bit deep, but managed to hold it, then get knocked off onto the gravel by the car behind us, the British guy. Didn't really give us much room on the track there. So drop down to 7th. Bit of a gap to the cars behind now. So it's all about chasing down 6th. After he didn't leave us any room. You can definitely feel the difference of speed in this car. Compared to the Demio, there is a big difference in speed. And it is noticeable. So still chasing down 6th. I did notice a lot of the cars were taking a wider line through this corner, whereas I was trying to keep it tight to the inside. So I hadn't quite figured out which was the fastest way of doing it just yet. So still trying to keep it clean and catch 6th. Again, once you start dropping back, it's very difficult to catch up. You've got to hope they make mistakes and fight, but also you've got to hope that you get a faster line out of the corners. That's really the only way to catch up. And if it wasn't for us being hit onto the gravel, we probably would still be in 6th, but you know, can't dwell on that, I suppose. Braking a little bit earlier for the corner, so definitely a lot better first corner there. I do find racing sometimes I get quite bitter against other drivers, just because of the unfairness. Some of them, the way some of them drive, just becomes a little bit unfair to clean drivers, or drivers that at least try to be clean. The guy who knocked us onto the gravel last lap, we've overtaken him. He went a bit deep into the corner and went off. So we're going to gain 6th. So now it's just about keeping 6th now. From a 10th place start, that's not too bad. So trying to chase down 5th. We haven't got much hope for it. We're just going to maintain 6th now. Braking for the corner, keeping it tight to the inside. final part of the lap, and we are going to finish in 6th place. So all in all, the car itself, it's a lot faster than the Demio. It felt faster. You've got the boost system, so there's definitely a few good things about it. But before we ultimately make the choice, confirmation of the 6th place. So we're going to move on to the Swift Sport, the Suzuki Swift. Now, I managed to do a qualifying time of 1:38.469. So actually 0.02 of a second quicker than the Fit Hybrid, which is strange considering the Fit Hybrid has a deployment system. But I found the Swift, it's not as fast as the Fit, but it seems to be better on the corners. It is a hell of a lot better under braking and in corners. That's what I found personally. But we're going to start in 8th. It may have been 9th, but there we go. Quite a lot of cars around us for the first corner. We've braked, we've got hit from behind, which has hit the other car off. Nothing we could have done about that. We're going to gain 8th out of it though. Spanish guy's on our right hand side. He's going to take 8th from us as he goes past. Cars are going off ahead of us. So we're going to go up to 8th. There's a penalty for 5th, I believe, looking at ahead of us. We're up to 8th though. 7th isn't getting away. He's gone very slow on that corner. I've hit him from behind, so that's not good on my part. He was extremely slow on the corner. But just trying to chase down 7th on this first lap. You can see the difference in the corners with the Swift, I must admit. It's nowhere near as quick as the Fits at all, as you can see when they come on your inside. Yeah, it's nowhere near as quick. Battle between those two. They're not going to give us any space to stay on the track there, but we're going to take back 8th. Yeah, just in the corners, it felt more stable. It felt you could take more speed in the corners confidently. Was how it felt. But you do find the Fits are very quick, and with the long straight you need that deployment system. Braking for the corner, we're going to be hit from behind by the Spanish guy, but we managed to hold it slightly. The Swiss guy also hits us, but we're going to drop a place to 9th, but that's not as bad as that could have been from being hit from behind. Braking for the corner, taking the inside here. The Swiss guy didn't really see us, I don't think. He didn't look. And we're trying to chase down the Spanish guy in 7th as we maintain 8th. And we're right on the tail of 7th now. Holding it tight to the corner. Kind of trying to put pressure on him to make a mistake. We've got a car right on our tail as well, who's coming up quick. Swiss guy again, he's still there. We know he can be a little bit dirty in this corner, we've seen that in the previous lap, so we've got to be aware of him, so we've stayed to the inside. Braked a little bit earlier, I've given them both room. Just trying to stay away from him if anything. As we end the second lap, in 9th place. Still got a chance of a couple of places, I think. They're not getting away, as no one really is unless you make mistakes. But wary of the guy behind in this first corner. People have a habit of hitting you onto the gravel here. We're braking. Braked early. We've given Doughboy plenty of space ahead of us. We're going to go to the inside just to take avoiding action on the Spanish guy. Got a little bit out of shape there. We're going to gain 8th out of it. And now we've got the Swiss guy ahead. trying to maintain speed. We're going to hit from behind from Doughboy, which gives us a boost to get past the Swiss guy. Doughboy did us a favour there. So now we're chasing down 6th, although they're a little way up the road. The chance of getting back to them is very, very minute. So it's all going to be about holding off the cars behind. It looks like the Spanish guy and Doughboy came together there behind us on the radar. That's going to give us a little bit of breathing space. But I did find the Swiss guy was very quick at catching back up. Bit of a gap to the cars ahead now. So unless they make mistakes, we'll start fighting. But we're in 7th currently. Brake for the corner. Spanish guy hit me from behind. It's boosting me around the corner. Managed to hold it together luckily. But another hit from behind. I will say the daily race A's I did find I dropped my safety rating quite a bit. You do get hit a lot. And I found that's a general consensus with all daily race A's. People tend to not care as much on daily race A, and you do tend to drop SR a bit. Doughboy there, not really giving us any room on the outside. We're going to knock the Doughboy off the track though and get a 3-second penalty for that. It was our fault, it wasn't the cleanest driving, admittedly. So we've lost quite a lot of places, down to 10th now. Cars ahead of us are kind of fighting together. We're going to try and keep the inside here. Final lap, about 3-second penalty is going to cost us anything we try and gain now. We're going to take the inside though. We've got the inside the Swiss guy. Here gain doesn't give us any room. Not it's going to matter, we'll give the position back at the end, guaranteed with 3 seconds. Gaining a little bit on the Spanish guy around that corner. Wary of the Swiss. He's going to give us a little nudge there. We're going to keep to the inside. We've got 2 cars left and right of us. We're going to brake and take the inside. Kind of forced their way past the Spanish guy, to be honest. Although he didn't look, he didn't give any room. Penalty is going to drop us down. So we're going to lose 1 place to the Spanish guy, but we're still finishing 8th. The penalty line and the finish line are so close together, it's not that big a deal. You don't really lose that much speed either taking a penalty. It's only going to affect you at the start of the race rather than at the end. But we finished in 8th. It wasn't too bad. Started 9th, finished in 8th. It was okay. So I decided the fastest car, hands down, is the Fit Hybrid due to the energy deployment system. There is no way that anything else beats that car. So the fact that Suzuki Swift had the fastest qualifying time made me think, well, I can do better. I've got to try and find the right line. So I managed to do a 137.617 with the Fit. So it's a second quicker than I'd previously done. That also puts us 1.5 seconds off 10th place time in the world at this point. 1.5 seconds. So I knew I'd improved massively, and I knew I kind of changed my racing lines a little bit, which also starts us in 6th place. So whereas the Swift was really good round corners, hands down the best and fastest car is the Fit, and you'll see a lot of people using this car. It does bog down on the start line, but not enough to want you to have traction control on for it. But I had to. It was the fastest car hands down. There's nothing about it. I'd always pick the Fit Hybrid first, the Suzuki Swift second, and probably the Demio is nowhere near. So we're in 6th. The car's gone off onto the gravel there, so we're going to gain 5th. 3rd is going quite slow, although he's going to drop down to 4th. But then he's also not letting the German on the track. He's going to hold him off there. Lose position, but we're going to brake for the corner. So we know he's not going to give anyone track, as he's shown again there as he was knocking us off. So we've got to be wary of him. We're into 5th though. High hopes at this point. Got a little touch from behind there, but it's going to hold us together. We're going to hit the cars ahead on the apex. We're going to lose safety rating, but we're going to gain third at this point, and then we're going to get sandwiched by 2 cars that both have penalties. They weren't letting us go at all though. They were really trying to knock us off, which I don't understand why you would do that, but there we go. I can't really speak for them at this point. So in third place, got to get this corner well at this point. Cars behind, I can see them both dive bomb me. We got hit from behind by 1. I could see them all dive bombing the corner on the radar, so I was trying to be a bit careful. Still got hit. We're going to maintain third though still. In terms of exciting racing, these races aren't it. Daily Race A is not exciting the slightest. I wouldn't even say it's good fun, to be honest. It's just something, I suppose, different, if anything. If you want to lose some SR rating, Daily Race A is it. I think that's really my general feeling on Daily Race A. If you want to lose safety rating, Daily Race A is the one to go for. So we're still trying to chase down second. We've got a little bit of gap to the car behind us, so we can see him on the radar. He's gaining. And the guy in second is the one that doesn't like to give people any track position. So if we're going to catch him and we're going to go past him, we're going to have to play it very carefully. But third place, podium currently. Can't complain about that. Into the final corner for the second lap. Went back to my old line for the corner, which I probably shouldn't have done. Whilst we're on the boring long straight in cars that don't go very quickly, I am tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I'm doing a live streamed lobby with as many people who want to join in. So if you fancy joining us, great. It'll be live streamed on my YouTube channel. But it's just going to be a bit of fun. I've got some new drivers that haven't really raced before, some more experienced racers hopefully joining in as well. So it should be a good laugh, bit of fun for a few hours. The car in second there, the one who wouldn't give track position, he's gone off onto the gravel, so we're going to gain second place out of that. And we are gaining on first at this point. I think he made a bit of a mistake there as well, so we're not too far off him. But yeah, come and join us for the live lobby. I think it'll be good fun. Variety of races and a variety of cars hopefully, and just some general good clean racing. I think it does mean the Nations Cup won't be done. It's trying to find the time. A couple of people have been asking me to do this lobby, so it was finding the time to do the lobby. And Tuesday night is really the only night I can, which does mean I lose out the Nations Cup. But I think it's a good chance to do it, and it's something I want to try and do a little bit more regular. Live streams, open lobbies. I think that's good fun. I haven't really decided on the tracks yet, but that's something I've got to look at. This might be one of them, but it's just determining what car. But yeah, so second place, starting the last lap. If there's a chance we can catch up. We're going to hit from behind by the car in third. Managing to hold it together though. He suddenly snuck up on us on the straight without realising. I thought I was free and clear, and not quite so. I'm going to let him take the inside into the corner. A little bit of door banging between the two of us. He's not giving us space, so we're gonna just push on and make our own space really. Cars do not like to give you space on this track. They're quite happy to hit you around corners and things, or if you're slightly offline, not let you back online. So we've dropped off first a little bit there because of third place and the little battle we was having. So if we want to finish in second now, we've just got to keep this clean and consistent, the usual phrase, going through the final corner. Braking for the corner. I can see third on the radar. He's very tight behind us, but I think we should maintain position. No silly mistakes on the corner. And again, slipstream isn't massive, so he's not going to gain anything. So we're going to finish the race second place. Podium finish. Good result. And I knew the fit could do better. I think I could still go a bit quicker, to be honest. I will try. If I have time, I may have a look and go back and see if I can. But yeah, join us Tuesday night for live lobby in the evening. You've also got Injustice Tuesday and Thursday. I'm gonna have a look at Daily Race B as well, hopefully this week. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the race. And the Fit Hybrid is definitely the car to use. Thank you. Bye bye.